Now we are going to animate a bouncing ball, so I'm going to make a new layer called bouncing ball. I'm going to set my size to 16 pixels, going to frame 0, new frame, and I'm going to paint my ball here, and there we go. So in this section, animation is really complex, so you have a lot of things. So in this section we are just going to go over the basics. So in animation you have 12 principles, and we are going to take a look at some of them. So I'm going to copy my frame here, for example, and I'm going to move it to my maximum point of the ball. I'm going to activate the onion skinning, and let's see. So that's my maximum point. I'm actually going to duplicate this here, and now with my transformation tool I'm going to press Alt to resize this on both sides at the same time, and without Alt I'm going to make it like this. So this is basically an anticipation before it starts to jump, and I'm going to make another step, so I'm going to copy the frame again. I'm actually going to copy the first frame so I don't have a lot of deformation. So the same thing again, but more exaggerated. And there we go. Now I'm going to copy this one again, and this one here, and I'm going to copy it again, and now it's going to start to jump. So I will have something like this, but now I'm going to stretch this more like this. Copy again, and now maybe this one, so I don't get a lot of deformation. And here it's going to start to stop, so I will have more frames concentrated on this part. And now I can move this frame here, and now it's going to fall. So I can grab this, copy it here, this like that, and so on. And now it's going to get a squash again, so I can copy this one and this one, and now I'm not going to copy this one because this animation is going to loop, so when the animation ends it's going to go back to this frame. So I'm going to set my end frame to 40, for example, and let's see how this looks. Now maybe I have a lot of frames here, so I can make this like that, and there we go. Now we have a problem of timing. So the timing is basically the time that each frame takes. So I'm just going to move frames until the animation looks better. I can disable the onion skin, and now I'm just going to work on the timing. I can press one frame, then press Shift and the last one, and I can move it there to have some space. So let's see, maybe I want to have one frame empty, so it's going to continue with the frame that is before, and this is going to be fast. Now I have some anti-aliasing here, so this is before because of Greta. The filter doesn't work very good sometimes, so it creates some anti-aliasing. And now let's see. This frame I don't need. Maybe I don't also need this one, so I can go straight to this one. And it's going to be really fast. And also this one. And now here is going to be taking more time so I have more separation. And here on the maximum point is going to take a lot of frames. So maybe like this, and now it's going to fall really fast. And it's going to get squash. And now I'm going to end my animation at the frame 31, for example. And let's see how it looks now. So now, as you can see, the timing is a lot better and the animation looks much more better. Now what you can do is disable the onion skinning, and of course when we deform our ball with the transformation tool, it gets like really ugly. So you should have to come here each frame and then clean the lines. And you can grab the same frame, so this one for example. So you fix one frame and then you copy the same frame over the frame, and there you go, you save some work. And let's see how it looks. So there we go, we have some weird frames there, but that's just something that you fix with time. And now maybe I can, for example, pick a darker color and then shade each frame. And there you go. Now you can do a lot of things. You can add a shadow when it reaches the floor, but we are going to leave our animation like this. And now we are going to export this animation as a GIF. So I'm going to save this file before, going to make a new folder, bounce and ball, and to render this animation as a GIF or as other things, you can go to File, Render Animation, and you have the option to export this as an image sequence, as a video. So you have the option to render as a GIF, as a Matroska video, as a OGG video, or as a MPEG video, or both. But in this case, I'm just going to render as a GIF, so you might have to import or install this thing. You have more information on the internet. So you can check that your frames per second are the same as your frame rate, and the first frame and the last frame. Don't pay attention to this. You have the file location here, so here bouncing ball, accept, and it's going to render the animation. But in my case, I'm working at 100 pixels for 100 pixels, so I want a bigger GIF. So I can go to Image, Scale Image to New Size. So for example, 1000%, so that's going to be 1000 pixels for 1000 pixels with the filter box. And we can do the same thing again, File, Render Animation. And there we go. So here I have my GIF. It also created some other files, for example, a palette with my colors. So let's see how the GIF looks. And as you can see, here we have the GIF.